Welcome to Proud to be a Baby Boomer. I'm your host, Edd Schultz, and this is brought to you by Lee WTV. Welcome to the first episode of Proud to be a Baby Boomer. And in this episode, well, first of all, I am a baby boomer, and I'm proud to be one. I was born in 1948 in East Braintree, Massachusetts, which is a suburb of Boston, south of Boston. And I had a really good childhood. I enjoyed the 50s and the 60s. And what I'd like to do while I'm home during this COVID virus thing is to share some thoughts, some reflections, some clips from old TV programs and things like that I think you might find interesting. And if you do, I hope you'll stick with me. Now, first, let's take a look at a classic TV show for kids.
Come and hear ding-dong school. Come and see ding-dong school. Boys and girls, come with me. Hear and see ding-dong school. How are you? Let me tell you what we're going to make. I'm not going to ask you to guess. I'm going to tell you today. I'm not going to even give you a hint of any kind. No, because we're going to make a kind of sandwich which is just delicious. You like sandwiches? I like sandwiches. A lot of different kinds of sandwiches. But the one we're going to make today has 3 things in it besides bread. I'm going to get washed. Whoa, I stumbled over that, didn't I? Yes, I bumped it. Let's put it that way. I bumped it. And let me come back to the sandwich. Oh, it's such a good sandwich. It's made with 2 slices of bread, with lettuce, with peanut butter, and with bananas. That's right. Well, you saw that I got washed, and this is what I stumbled over. There. And here is where we go. And, oh, I have everything all ready. 1 slice of bread and 2 slices of bread. That's right. You know what we're going to put on first? Peanut butter. Oh, do you? It's your favorite kind of sandwich? Well, I'm going to put peanut butter on 1 slice of bread. Not on both slices, but on 1. But I want to be sure to get it all the way over to the edge.
Okay, so that's Miss Francis and Ding Dong School. On Saturday mornings, I think probably every kid who was a baby boomer between 1947 and 1960 could wake up to this.
Say, kids, what time is it? Ho, 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 ho! Well, howdy doody, kids, and howdy, Buffalo Bob. Well, howdy, Mr. Doody, and boys and girls at home and all my kids here in the gallery, let's go! It's howdy doody time. It's howdy doody time. Bob Smith and howdy too. Say howdy doody oh. Let's give a rising cheer, 'cause howdy doody's here. It's time to start the show. So kids, let's go! So, boys and girls, you brush your teeth with Colgate's. Colgate Dental Cream, the one toothpaste with such good taste.
Now, as I say, I think that's pretty interesting that they combine the commercials, even have the kids in the peanut gallery singing along with the jingle for the commercial. Well, There you go. I remember Colgate. I still use Colgate sometimes. Colgate Dental Cream. It cleans your breath while it cleans your teeth. Okay, in any event, I'd like you to meet, now that we've met Buffalo Bob, of course, and Howdy, now I'd like you to meet one of my favorite characters, who, talking about Buffalo Bob being a grump, here's an even bigger grump, Phineas T. Bluster.
Pencil down. Now, wait a minute.
Buffalo Bob, see,
All right, forget it. Kids, that does it.
Does what?
Kids, there's no sense in my even saying this.
Saying what? You generally don't make sense. What?
Kids, you know as well as I know right now, the whole bluster contest is a fishy, phony fake.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Oh, that address proves it, Phineas.
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Nobody could have written down all that on a little small round envelope. Kids,
Oh,
Phineas
that-
has just enjoyed a big joke at our expense. He actually had no contest at all.
How can you say such a dastardly thing?
Phineas,
What?
I think that people can be sent to jail for trying to fool the public that way.
What, are you, a lawyer? What, are you, a big lawyer?
No,
You're sending me
but-
to jail now?
You're an old man, and I'll let you off easy.
Oh, now you're a judge. You're letting me off easy.
Look, we'll leave it this way.
Leave it what way? Leave it the way I am.
You are never again allowed to come into the Dutyville clubhouse again the rest of your life, or even after if you live that long.
Good old Phineas T. Bluster. Then, one of my favorite characters was this little guy who was Howdy Doody's best friend, and his name was Dilly Dally.
And I meant every word I said.
Oh, now, Dilly, you better change the way that you're acting, buddy.
Howdy, I'm going to tell Mr. Bluster that you are watching him with your pipsqueak. Then you won't be able to use it anymore.
Well, now, Dilly, I don't know what's eating you, buddy, but I'm sorry, old boy. I'm going to use the pipsqueak today, and whenever I feel like it.
No, you're not going to use the pipsqueak today.
Children of Wisconsin, the Flubadub salute you!
Oh.
And here is a song that I rewrote especially for Wisconsin. Oh, yay, Wisconsin, where the cows all roam. I could talk about Milwaukee till the cows come home.
Wait, Flub. Now, wait, that's exactly the same as the song that I wrote.
Quiet, the Flubadub is singing.
No.
Yay, Wisconsin, yay.
Now, Howdy and Dilly Dally used to argue about all kinds of things and get into all kinds of trouble together. But they were kind of a fun pair. And, you know, actually there was a kid in my neighborhood who looked a little bit like Dilly Dally. We didn't dare call him that. But anyway, now, here's another character, of course, that everybody loved on Howdy Doody, and that's Clarabelle the Clown. He has an interesting history.
He's such a good clown. Let's all sing his song. Are you watch? Oh, who's the funniest clown you know? And who's the clown on Howdy's show? Well, his feet are big, his tummy stout, but we could never do without Clara. Oh, yes, and who has fuzzy, wuzzy hair? And it's partly red, but mostly bare. And since the day that he was born, he's and honked his horn. Clara Bell. Oh, very good, Clara Bell, and I knew you'd like it. Yes, sir! Stopped again. Well, I know you're dying this word, but thank you very much, Clara Bell. Now, look, we got...
Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Saturday Treasure House. Well, I've been telling you in the weekday Treasure House, this is the day we've let things slide a little bit. Not a little too far. Got to do a little cleanup job here in the Treasure House today. So, there's no time like the present. May as well get started and work. Clean up the Treasure House.
So there was Captain Kangaroo. He had Bunny Rabbit and Mr. Green Jeans and a whole host of others. Now, can you believe it? Captain Kangaroo actually ran on CBS from 1955 to 1992. Wow. And he was played by Clarabelle the Clown. Now, an interesting thing, too, about Clarabelle when he was on Howdy Doody, he never spoke at all, except for the very final episode of Howdy Doody. The camera came in close on him. I don't have a clip of this. Maybe I can find one for another episode. The camera came in close on him, and he said, "Goodbye, boys and girls." Isn't that sad? Poor Clarabelle. You'd never see him again.
Ooh, Mr. Trouble never hangs around when he hears this mighty sound. Here I come to save the day. That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way. Yes, sir, when there is a wrong to right, Mighty Mouse will join the fight. On the sea or on the land, he gets the situation well in hand.
As you can probably tell, I was a big hero of all kinds of superheroes at that time. And Mighty Mouse, even though he was a mouse and I couldn't really identify with him in that sense, he was one of my favorite cartoon characters and superheroes. But somebody I could identify a little bit with, who was another animal, was this guy.
Okay, Wabbit. Now I got you. What's up, Doc?
I'm hunting wabbits. It's wabbit season.
Oh. Wabbit season, huh? Having any luck?
Well, no. As a matter of fact, I haven't even seen a wabbit yet.
This is preposterous. Say, what's the matter with you anyway? Don't you even know a rabbit when you see one?
Well, Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Elmer Fudd. I was never really sure who of the two, Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny, which one I really liked best. They both had some very redeeming qualities that I liked, and I even emulated many years later. Right. Okay. Anyway, before I go, because it's almost my nap time, before I go, I just wanted, we were talking about superheroes just a minute ago. And of course, there's one superhero that every single boy and girl used to watch. I think he came on weekdays at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Here he is.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Superman, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in his bare hands, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way.
Saturday mornings, in addition to Howdy Doody, one of my all-time favorite shows was one that was brought to you by sometimes Kix and sometimes Ovaltine. Check this out.
It's Captain Midnight! Brought to you by Kix, the crispy corn cereal that's 83% energy food. Kix, food for action.
Attention. Now a message of importance to all members of the Secret Squadron.
Now here's a quick Captain Midnight story. When I was a kid, they gave away free, especially marked bottles or jars of Ovaltine, Captain Midnight Secret Squadron badges. I really wanted one, and they were free. So when I was at the supermarket with my mother, I said, "Hey, Mom, buy me some Ovaltine so I can get this badge free." She said, "No." I said, "Why?" And she said, "Because you won't like it. You won't drink it." I said, "Yes, I will." She said, "No, you won't." And that was it. I probably cried myself to bed that night. Many years later, when I was about 40 or so, I was at a flea market, and guess what I saw? A mint, in the package, Secret Squadron badge. Well, I bought it. Here it is. It cost me $80 to buy that badge. Well, I'm crazy. So I bought that Secret Squadron badge, showed it to my parents when they came to visit me, and I reminded my mother of what happened. I said, "You wouldn't buy the jar, you wouldn't give it to me for free." My father said, "I like Ovaltine. I would have drunk it." So I said to my mother, "You owe me $80. We could have got that for nothing, but I had to pay $80 for it." So we'll talk more about Superman later on. And in fact, we'll talk in the next episode, we'll talk more about some of the other TV shows that we used to watch during the afternoon and the evening as things progressed throughout the 50s and the 60s. Okay, well, I hope that you've enjoyed the first episode of Proud to be a Baby Boomer. If you have, please put a comment in the section below. If you have any questions, there are some links in the comment section below, in the description section below, actually, some links to some other videos for these cartoons and TV shows and things like that. And I'll do those with each episode, so that if I kind of pique your curiosity or whatever, or help you remember something, you can go back and see some of these shows that we loved when we were kids. Some of them, if you watch them now, they're not as fascinating or interesting or exciting as they were when we were kids. But it is fun to look back on them. So anyway, if you like this first episode, I hope that you'll like, share, subscribe to Lee WTV, and make sure that you press that bell icon there so that you'll get notifications of all of our future episodes. I'm going to make a valiant attempt to make an episode of Proud to be a Baby Boomer every week. So I hope we'll see you again. Bye for now.
That's all, folks.